got the first 2 sub levels, resulting in them being up in the series now 1. Obviously, it's the first of 2, so they've got to win 1 more to push forward. Meanwhile, Team Mexico got to get that reverse sweep, where the side of Team Mexico now, like we said, up in the series, have gone for some substitutions, in fact, Moxie. They've got 3 subs, I believe. Yeah, they've got Hanbin coming in Finn. Sorry, 2 subs in this situation. Got Hanbin coming in Finn for Team South Korea. Maybe mix things up with that double flex support, and Hanbin, obviously, one of the star, flexible tank players in Overwatch. But now we're going into Circuit Royale. Sigma composition maybe not as good for the likes of Team South Korea, Moxie. Some sort of solace here for Mexico.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they decide to field the complete meta composition that has sort of dominated Circuit Royale ever since it's been brought into Overwatch 2, which is the Sigma with the Baptiste and the Zenyatta. A couple of times we've seen some teams actually field towards something like the Illari, because, I mean, all of those really nice long lines of sights, which are brilliant for things like the Snipers, the Widowmaker, the Hanzo, the Sojourn, also absolutely perfect for an Illari who can do so much damage from so far away.
But hey, Moxie, I mean, this is like kind of interesting to do, because obviously Team South Korea, they're rocking this Sigma poke composition. But I feel like an interesting talking point that maybe we don't bring up enough is like each region has their own specialties, right, Mox? I mean, Team South Korea obviously introducing a lot of that Winston dive into the meta. Meanwhile, the European region super good at Rhine compositions. I would say North America is pretty good at like poke comps even. Is that fair to say? And then, there's so many interesting dynamics, at least with compositions between regions, that, could poke holes, especially when the meta changes to what it is now, resulting in Sigma kind of being at the forefront.
Interestingly enough, we're not actually seeing any Bastions come through from either of these teams. Another reason why we see a lot of Sigma is the fact that he can sort of ice off the pressure that comes from that Bastion poke damage. As it does look like, well, Team South Korea going to be on the defense. So we know that Lip is playing that Widowmaker Sparkle on the Genji. Angelvolado is going to mirror, looking for the grapple, wanting to try and figure out where exactly Lip is holding.
Korea sitting back at the moment. Oh, the headshot immediately from Lip onto Angelvolado, forcing to play slow for now. Hawk comes in, tries to get the shot. Lip has to try to deal with Chobilux here all the way behind. Fielder's able to get that kill on the Chobilux, who went without their team. Angelvolado's, though, got Sparkle. I mean, that's a good 1-to-1 trade. 2 DPS is out of it so far. Hanbin gets poked down low on the front round as well. But, I mean, Team Mexico, they're not really getting a lot of space on the cart just yet.
Yeah, that was why we were seeing that pressure coming through from Chobilux going that far forward. He was trying to push Lip off of that high ground so that Team Mexico felt safe moving across that corner, because they knew that Sparkle would be going after Angelvolado and it wouldn't be a fair Widow off. As a result, now we're actually going to see Team South Korea backing off around that corner, allowing Mexico the space to work directly into the Sigma Flux as Hanbin drops them down. The accretion sending Hysteria sprawling back into that backline, but Paolette's Immortality Field is going to be able to save their team.
Oh, that was prime position right under that bridge from Paolette. Perfect from them. South Korea now has to deal with this amplification matrix from Paolette. They try to walk in front of it, in fact, but Finn gets poked so low, and in back goes down Hysteria and Chobilux as well. Hanbin and Fielder are gone. Maybe even some stagger kills here as Sparkle's the last alive. If Sparkle goes down now, I don't even know if they get a touch. I mean, he just went down now. I mean, what do you do as Team South Korea? You just go into the streets phase now, or they try to touch here?
You can probably try and contest, but you can see that Mexico making sure that they don't get any picks coming through. Lip coming out of that spawn could potentially have grappled up and found someone on the payload. He's instead going to sit and wait for Angelvolado to grapple up first, as he has been going for those trick opening shots to try and find that pick on the defensive Widow. Is instead going to use the infrared to be able to get a read on Lip's position. He uses the 10th, breaks line of sight, and doesn't step in front of the shot.
And that's the problem for Team South Korea right now, is that it's such a different composition. They've really kind of got to get the heads together. Playing this specific comp, but have to deal with that Dragon Strike from Chobilux. They do so well, but Chobilux hits the shot on Fielder. Oh no, Fielder is feeding at the moment. Amazing shot from them. Sparkle, though, does trade it back. Immortality goal to keep him healthy. Transcendence also popped in the situation. Finn also uses their own to counter the Gravitic Flux. Lip hits a nice shot on the Paolette, though. removing them from the equation. Sparkle does have that Blade to go. No Transcendence to deal with. That damage, but the damage of the Discord Orb and the rest of Team Mexico kills Sparkle, so he can't even use the Blade. Hanbin does trade back on Angelvolado. So no Widowmaker in sight, and Hanbin also finds Sopa. So although they use Sparkle, lose Sparkle, they don't have to use that Blade now and take full advantage.
Yeah, huge aggression coming through from Hysteria to make sure that Sparkle gets hit by that rock. Can't use the Blade to punish the fact that Sopa was forced to use that Transcendence earlier on in the fight, as Angelvolado managed to find that kill onto Lip. And now, without that Widowmaker to keep Team Mexico slow in these rotations, we're going to get to see them get a lot more aggressive as Team South Korea use that Blade defensively to slow any momentum. But everyone from Team Mexico is able to dispatch the Genji because he doesn't have the nano for the damage reduction.
Oh my god, Chobilux. Wait, they come back though. Somehow 3 kills in favor of Team Korea. Lip's still here as well. The flank on Finn goes through. He actually gets traded out by Hysteria, but still Team South Korea comes out on top, even though Chobilux did get the 2K. They're still sitting pretty with 2 minutes and 30 seconds in the Streets phase.
Field is going to have that Amp Matrix too, and neither of these teams are running the Mei. That's why we're seeing these Amp Matrixes immediately picking up these kills. There is no wall to be able to block the line of sight and provide the team that opportunity to disengage safely. Chobilux actually swaps off of the Hanzo, goes on to the Genji. They know that they have to throw some form of distraction from Team South Korea so the rest of the team can move up into ramp safely. In fact, walking straight into these shots from Lip, and he found Paolette without that Baptiste. Team Mexico is going to have to go for a full reset.
Yeah, I mean, they're waiting here at the moment while, Lip just gets that free space to work with. Angel was sitting in a good spot, very passive, waiting for Sparkle to peek that angle, but Lip hits that spawn body shot. No kill for him necessarily. They're going to back up a little bit, give up some space now. Team Mexico look to regroup around this payload. Angel, how aggressive does he want to go here? Goes for the grapple of the palm tree. Into the sky. Yeah, they got to hit those shots. Unfortunately, does not in the situation. Chobilux, by the way, is on the Genji to match Sparkle too. So it's, team comp for team composition at the moment. Both playing the same thing. Angel going for the grapple. Into the sky he goes. Doesn't hit the shot necessarily as Mexico's taking so much poke that Paolette feels the need to drop that immortality field. That could be a big cooldown removed leading into this. Maybe forcing Sopa's Transcendence a bit more early than he wants to. 1 minute now left on the clock. Moxi, Team South Korea are backing up, giving them some space for the Gravitic Flux. Both come out now onto either side, but Hanbin dies in the sky. Meanwhile, Paolette falls on the other, so it's a tank for a Baptiste. We'll have to see who comes out on top. Sopa, if they want to go aggressive with the rest of their team, they're so close to that Blade. Transcendence forced. Chobilux is going to have to Blade after this, so they need to not die. But Sparkle finds Angel. Chobilux with the Blade. Going to have to go huge. The kick is missed by Finn. Incoming. Chobilux goes towards the cart, but can't find any more. 30 seconds left. Hanbin on the Doomfist. Tries to push back Chobilux. The window here from Paolette. They've got to find the damage through it, and they do. Chobilux finds Hanbin again, the hero so far for Team Mexico. 3 meters left to go. Sparkle on the outside. Can't stop the payload. He does get Sopa, but Mexico are moving into third.
Brilliant clutch coming through from Chobilux. Brilliant accretion yet again from Hysteria to be able to connect onto Hanbin, who came back in on the Doomfist, trying to recontest and regroup as fast as possible with the rest of their team. Now we're going to see Sopa go on to the Brigida. Remember, Transcendence had been used previously. They know that Sparkle has that Blade ready to go, and they're going to field the Brigida to be able to have the potential of the Brigida Bash and Flail to push the Genji backwards and buy Team Mexico time to peel off the Genji's aggression.
They've got some ultimates as well. Well, hacks available. Sparkle's going to have that Blade. Really not a lot to deal with it besides, they don't even have Discord Orb to deal with Sparkle's Blade, so he's not going to be melted necessarily quickly. It's going to be a lot on that rock from Team Mexico. They're just going to back up at the moment, maybe expecting Team Korea to go aggressive with their ults, but they don't really have to. The onus is still on Mexico.
Yeah, they can just sit back and wait. They know that overtime is going to be coming through in less than a minute if they don't take too much poke damage coming through from Team Mexico. Chobilux isn't going to be able to have a Blade. Paolette isn't even really getting to heal up players to be able to build up the Ant Matrix and buy themselves space with the zoning potential of the ult alone. But Angelvolado goes down so close to Pulse Bomb, and Team Mexico just have to immediately pull so far back that they don't lose another player in stagger. Yeah,
that's just trying to do too much there for Angelvolado, but still back in this fight. 20 seconds left. Blade now pop for Sparkle, and actually finds two. Oh my god, Sparkle removed from the game. Chobilux and Angelvolado are 13 seconds left, too. They're going to be staggered. Paolette is found. 9 seconds. I mean, who can even touch? Nobody's even close. You got Angel come back from spawn. Discord orb on him. 3 seconds left. The cart did not push any further, but that's already farther than maybe Mexico expected.
Yeah, it was some really good swaps coming through from Team Mexico, understanding that they needed to be able to pressure the Zenyatta from Team South Korea in the backline, who was just waiting with that Transcendence to be able to counteract all of the damage potential coming through from your Sigma Flux. As a result, we saw Chobilux go onto the Genji, but Team South Korea were able to ice off a lot of that pressure. They were able to use Sparkle to just gatekeep every single time that Chobilux wanted to try and dash onto a low health Finn. He was constantly being thwarted at every single corner by the opposing Genji, just popping up in the worst possible position for Team Mexico to have to try and contest. And it was a tough push for B. They were able to achieve it with a really good blade coming through from Chobilux. Unfortunately, they're not able to full push C. Here's the replay of the blade coming through. This is what happens when you don't have anything to try and peel, and unfortunately, the Immortality Field does not activate in time. It takes so long in the activation phase when it's flying through the air, bouncing off of that wall, that it does not deploy in time to save the players, and they get sliced, diced, and sent to spawn.
Nobody can play the piano today, Moxi. Everybody, the Maywall, please do not play the piano. Nobody touch piano. You do not have 10 fingers in Overwatch, sadly. You only have a gun, so you can only press one key at a time. Or like multiple. Somebody played some really cool songs before on it. Yeah, Angel going for that shot. Team Mexico, Lucio with this comp, in fact. That's definitely a change up.
I mean, if they want to get aggressive and disrupt the timing for Team South Korea to try and use the sort of slow burn pick potential of the Zenyatta, Genji, and Widow, that's exactly what they can do, but that is a very early Immortality Field being forced out, and the second that it's gone, Team South Korea are going to immediately look to pounce.
Yeah, I mean, Lip's been playing well so far for the team of South Korea. Sparkle and the rest of them collapse on Team Mexico, but that is maybe a slight weak point for them, not really like a major one. As Sparkle really doing a lot of the heavy lifting at the moment in the DPS lineup for Korea.
I mean, Sopa with the Lucio is going to provide mobility to try and out-rotate, but Team South Korea just have so much damage pressure and shield break as well. Like, the second that Finn is able to just put that Discord orb onto Hysteria, that Sigma is taking so much more damage, and you're constantly being forced into using your shift and your shield a lot sooner than Hanbin, who's immediately going to be able to use that difference to push forward and give his DPS advantage.
Lip trying to avoid the flank from Angelvolado. Sparkle was there also to counter it, but Mexico's already gotten another fight. Unlike Team South Korea earlier, Immortality Fields both used on either side. Also, a May ice block by Chobilux. Angelvolado going for that flank onto Lip. Can Lip hit the shot versus the Tracer of Team Mexico? He hits the body shot, forcing him down to 11 HP. But he'll come back, hit those heals. However, Team South Korea is still healthy, so they can just keep pushing forward. Even though they're not getting any one-shots necessarily, they're still getting enough damage to build this blade. Sparkle goes in with it now, onto the Brigitte, and he's found by Sopa. Oh my god, Sopa, what a kill from them. But there's too many ults still. Lip is found by Angel. So Mexico up in this fight until Hanbin collapses on them with their Gravitic Flux, and now they're moving on to second.
Yeah, it did cost them the blade, the amp, and the flux though, so Team South Korea don't have a lot of momentum in terms of those ultimates. Finn too, forced to use that Transcendence. Team Mexico should get a fight win. Surely, you have the Blizzard, you have the Sigma Flux. Maybe you have to throw both in, one on top of the other, to be able to use the Flux to bait out the Immortality Field and then the Blizzard for that kill potential, but they're just not getting the space to use them, because Team South Korea, they use the one thing that they have available, and that's Lip coming in with the Widow ultimate, but Team Mexico don't have the confidence to move forward and get into a position to use either the Sigma or the May.
Camera observer keep going to Lip to make sure he's doing something for Team South Korea. There we go. Oh my god, the 1 second he goes away, and the 1 second I jinx him in a good way. Body shot onto Hysteria. 2 kills for them so far. Immortality Field also used. Nice shot from Lip, and Team South Korea get a move forward and also get a rally out of Mexico.
Yeah, Rally and Sigma Flux dealt with from the side of Team Mexico. Now it's just going to be the Blizzard. And I mean, Fielder now has the Immortality Field. Angelvolado does not have the Pulse Bomb to be able to force it early. They're not going to be able to infiltrate onto the Baptiste and bully him into throwing it out early either. In fact, Team Mexico, they're trying to regroup. They have the May. They can use the Sigma and the Shift to get into position to throw the Blizzard onto that point. But Lip's not caught in the freeze, and he's still finding kills.
Yeah, he found one. Fielder's there, but Angel hits another one. And you still have Hysteria until now. Yeah, Lip hits that shot through the window. Angel wide peeks it into the crosshairs of Lip. And now Korea moving on to third phase with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's a lot of time bank now, and Team Korea look to change things up.
Yeah, that was a lovely bait as well coming through from Team South Korea. Fielder with the Exo Boots on the Baptiste jumped into Angelvolado's view so that Lip got an opportunity to shoot at a Widow who was looking at a different target entirely. But now we're gonna see it. Start the Perfect Night playlist, Dustin.
Oh my God.
SSERAFIM is in Overwatch. They might not have their skins just yet. But Team South Korea are running for the concert tickets. They want to push Team Mexico back.
And they do so far. Hysteria has to fall back. Lip building that EMP as quickly as ever, already at 70%. Hanbin's able to get Sopa. I mean, when it comes to compositional changes, and if they're going to be quick like this composition, South Korea are always going to switch to it. Hysteria runs to that payload. Angelvolado is here as well, but I mean, there's not much you could really do here for Team Mexico at the point. It looked kind of close at points, but Team South Korea still get that 2-0 win.
Victory for Team South Korea. Love as well the fact that we actually saw Team Mexico embrace and also go for a mirrored LeSSERAFIM strategy in that point C2. Really lovely to see both the camaraderie between these two regions getting to come together in a place where they otherwise wouldn't be able to go up against each other.
Looking pretty good. Looking
very good. Looking very good.
South Korea continued their dominant run, but you know what? Mexico had fun with it at the very end. I can appreciate the double SSERAFIM comp. Why not? Let's run it back. Let's take a look at the highlights and this.
Moving on to the second map, we even saw Hanbin coming in, subbing out for Fearless. So they were playing everything that they wanted to, and at the end. And Finn as well. And at the end of the day, something that we all hope for, we got to see the SSERAFIM Comp one more time. So Team South Korea, thank you. You made my wish come true. It was great showing.
We said at the start of the day that there's like 3 compositions being played. It's really 4 if we count the SSERAFIM Comp as one of the comps we're seeing teams playing. So yeah, I mean, Mexico, they went out with the vibes. They went out playing the SSERAFIM Comp. Again, not really. Sorry, I got like beard hair in my mouth. Not the composition. No. South Korea's not the team to beat here for Mexico, right? Really, it was all about their matchup yesterday against Colombia. Of course, that's when they had their best chance of getting a win in the group stage. So this was really just like a last hurrah, getting into these players. And they did qualify for the group stages to begin with. For Mexico, that's quite an achievement, beating teams like Puerto Rico, for example, in the qualifiers for them. So they go out 0-3. They didn't get any wins on the board, but at least they got a credit card and some good company, right? So they're set.
What was the lyrics?
Truly a perfect night.
Me
I gotta. Wait, I have it somewhere here.
Me and my girlies. Party till it's early. There you go.
No, come and take a ride with me. I got a credit card and some good company.
Nice.
There we go.
We nailed it.
Wow.
Great job, guys. Great team. Great job.
You can also hire us as singers, apparently, and songwriters.